It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the 49ers and the Bears. Next on Madden Football.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Week one of a new NFL season. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
So here's the first drive down for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks this offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they've found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Sometimes those guys taking the 7th round, you can think, oh, maybe he's just happy to be in the league. I don't think that's the case here.
And you know those actor friends that we have? How do they start every script?
I don't have any actor friends.
What's my motivation, right? Well, this guy's motivation is you got picked in the 7th round, so no one expects you to make the team, let alone have an impact. And we know plenty of guys have done exactly that as 7th rounders.
And you take a look at his draft class from a season ago, really in great time. It's a pretty darn good class.
They have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
From his goal line here, Fields. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Kick catching up there.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Powers through him. And he'll get it inside the 35. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to settle him up.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Partner, find me a star more on the rise than Deebo Samuel after last season. Wide receiver, running back, kick returner. This man does it all for the San Francisco 49ers. Ranked 3rd in the league in all-purpose yardage and deservedly made first-team All-Pro. Building on that with a first down here.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down and 4. Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On first down, it's Purdy. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On second and goal, Purdy. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's third and goal.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Purdy will look to throw again here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
56 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Well, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Now the second-year man from Louisiana, here's Elijah Mitchell. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick six in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On second down, McCaffrey finding room at midfield, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 48 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Drops this underneath, it's Mitchell. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. First down, here's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. We are in for a good one as we're through one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Dancing to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half. But you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. A throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Fields. This one complete to Tonyan underneath. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. They'll try the middle with Cook. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Fields. Got a man, it's Tonyan. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st down, Fields. Throwing left sideline complete. It's Moore. Touchdown Bears! DJ Moore, 32 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it, and that'll make the score 17-8. A 10-play drive that time. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Finding room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Throwing here, Purdy. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal the last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Taken in at the 3. Oh, now how about this return? He's to midfield. The 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Bears. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call. They were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That's Samuel, caught left side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They go play action here. Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. He's got the 1st down and more. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. On 1st down, it's Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 36 yards. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate.
Oh, what a juke into space. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Fields on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Purdy now to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Second and 10. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
All start.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles, where it was the visiting Bills who were able to come away with the victory on the road. Damian Harris, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Elijah Moore, a touchdown reception. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On second down, it's Cook again. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Fields. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Justin Jones there on the stop.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. You just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24-all. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Farrell, that got in there to bring him down. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a first down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half. Those are the ones that eat at you as a kicker. Tie game. 3rd quarter. This is one you know you should make. Instead, you miss it, and it's jubilation on the other sideline.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. On the move to his left. And that is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Purdy. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Fields. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tonyan. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, 23 yards for the touchdown as they have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now the point after try for Santos. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start out here with the option left. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Purdy looking to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Purdy. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. A third and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They start the drive with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now Fields. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Down to about the 45.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Completes a Kittle. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back now at Soldier Field. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Fields going to keep it once more. Now the ball comes loose. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Cook with a run on 1st down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
They'll roll him out right, and he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2nd and 11 now. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So a nice Nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll go with a keeper. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
A throw this one, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. From his own end zone, Fields able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Fields. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Bears on third down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Fields. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Purdy completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And there's Jaquan Brisker getting to him behind the line. Great play by the safety.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Purdy. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, it's Purdy. They're able to complete this one to McLeod. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Purdy will look to throw again here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now Fields and the Bears down 34-31. A minute 55 remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it. And that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Purdy now to throw. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
Sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. It feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, and he gets him to 1-0. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for San Francisco, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back.